Science class session number 2 today. The morning session we discussed about the troubles with the developmental programs or developmental plans there. Okay, so basically criticisms of developmental models, in which we discussed about the financial cost of developmental models. Okay, developmental models, financial cost. Okay, as a result of development or for development, most of these developing countries or underdeveloped countries borrowing money from developed countries. Okay, developed countries, I mean the rich countries. Okay, it will create a debt for these developing countries, debt for the developing countries. Okay, so it's a trouble. Okay, it's a financial problem for these developing countries. That's a first case or first criticism related with the development model. Okay, it incurs huge financial costs. Okay, next one, social cost. Okay, displacement of people from one place to another due to various development programs. We discussed about Narmada Bachao Andolan is one such agitation or protest movement that led by the people against the government. Okay, basically against the development plan of the government to construct a dam in the Damodar valley, I mean the Narmada river, in the Narmada river there. Okay, we discussed that also. Next one, environmental cost of development. So related with this, we discussed about the groundwater depletion, remembering that the morning session we discussed about the groundwater depletion. So there are various reasons are there behind that particular problem that what we are facing today. Okay, basically human induced problem. All those things are, we can say that most of these things are related with the human. Okay, we are the people creating trouble. Okay, here development has indeed caused a high degree of environmental degradation in many countries, and not just the displaced people, but all of the population is beginning to feel the consequences. So environmental problem that what we are creating related with the development, not only a group of people, almost all the people want to face that. Okay, so number of countries today, we can say that industrialized countries are there. Developed countries in the world already they developed utilizing the resources or related with the development of their industries, like America, we can say, almost all the European countries, we can say, they are developed. Already they used resources to achieve the development, and already they polluted the environment, right? Clear or not? And today the third world countries also doing the same. They are to the way, I mean, in the path towards development, the way towards development. Okay, so they today these developing countries also using all these conventional sources of energy in industries and polluting the total atmosphere. Clear or not? Clear or not? So that is related with the ozone layer depletion, the solar, I mean, what is it? Because of the heat, average heat of our atmosphere will increase, basically termed as the global warming, right? Okay, such kind of problems we are facing today. Okay, these are the result of the developmental plans. Okay, okay, so come back. So we are discussing here environmental cost of the development. Okay, so this global warming, ozone layer depletion, or example for this environmental problems. Okay, so you have to pay not in terms of money, okay, but in terms of our own life, right or not? Okay, that the environmental problems, all these environmental problems are creating trouble for the human life there. Okay, when the tsunami hit the South and Southeast Asian coast in the year 2004, it was observed that the destruction of mangrove, okay, No, mangrove forest, studied there in biology, right? What is that mangrove forest? Basically, we are able to find in the ocean, I mean the coastal region, okay, with the thick roots. It is able to stop the soil erosion, okay, or high waves to the land, okay, inland. So that's what the mangrove forest. So it is important. So in 2004, it was observed that the destruction of these mangroves and the buildings of commercial enterprises along the shore, okay, shoreline, I mean the coastal line, was the reason for the greater extent of the damage caused. Okay, so mangrove forest was totally cut down and destructed by humans. The same time, they constructed number of buildings in the coastline, I mean the shore line there. Okay, so because of this, tsunami create a huge problem. Okay, for in these states, I mean in these countries like South and Southeast Asia, even in Kerala also, we observed that, right? Okay, you may not observe that. Myself, I observed that in the year 2004. Okay, clear or not? Okay, so a lot of problem we faced. Okay, the tsunami of 2004. It's almost near to the month of December, in, close to December 21st, I think so. You must have read about global warming. So next one, global warming. The ice in the Arctic and Antarctic is melting because of increased emission of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, and this has the potential to cause floods and actually submerge low-lying areas like Bangladesh and Maldives. Clear? So global warming. So every year, the average temperature of the Earth atmosphere, it is increasing. Clear? Average temperature is increasing. As a result of that, ice shields are there. You know that in the northern and the southern poles, okay, huge area is totally covered with the ice shields or icebergs, we can say like that, right? Ice shields are there. So because of this temperature variation or temperature is increasing today, as a result of that, these ice shields are melting. So if it is melt, what will happen? The water will mix with the oceanic water. Clear or not? So slowly the water level is increasing. I mean the sea level is increasing because of this global warming. Global warming. So reason is the right. So for example, we can say that, okay, so the North Indian rivers basically termed as the perennial rivers. So flood we are able to observe in the summer season. Okay, understand? What are those rivers there? Rivers Indus, Ganges, Brahmaputra. We are able to observe flood in the month of basically summer months. What is the reason behind that? What is the reason behind that? Flood in summer. What is the reason behind that?
Melting of
Melting of
mountain.
melting of mountain. Mountain will not melt, Mr. Ashish. Melting of ice, right?
The glacier.
Of course, correct. You are correct, Ashish. Your idea is very good. Okay, so nothing but we know that all these Himalayan rivers are starting from these mountains, right or not? Himalayan mountain region, range. Clear. So basically, the water is from the glaciers, different glaciers. Clear? Okay, with temperature increasing, definitely the speed of melting also will increase. That will lead to the flood. Clear? In these perennial rivers, perennial rivers. And what about the peninsular rivers? What is special to peninsular rivers? Only in which season we are able to find water? Which season? Rainy season. Basically, we'll call it as a monsoon season in India, right? Monsoon. Okay. In that month, we are able to find water in that rivers. I mean, the peninsular rivers, South Indian rivers. There. In the summer season, we will play cricket in that, right? Because no water available. Understand? So that's it. So almost all the rivers are playground for number of kids there in the summer season. We know that. Okay. So that's the trouble here. So because of this global warming, we can say the temperature is increasing. The average temperature is increasing. As a result of that, ice shields in the north and southern poles are melting. It will result a problem. What is that? But that sea level will increase and low-lying area, okay, low-lying area will submerge under the water. Number of Hollywood movies are there related with the same concept, What is that? Ice shield or ice sheets are melting in this both poles there. As a result of that, a number of states are going under the water. Like that, various movies are there. Just observe that. It's good to see. Next one, Bangladesh and Maldives are the two countries basically badly affected with this particular problem called the global warming in Asia. Okay, in the long term, the ecological crisis will adversely affect all of us. We can say that the ecological problems adversely affect all we people. Okay, no one is able to escape from that. Okay, so some people are there today. The millionaire they started purchasing land in moon, right or not? What they are doing? Purchasing land in moon. They know that within short time Earth will become a place where life is not possible. Right? That much destruction is going on. That much troubles are going on. Okay, so let it just for understanding I told that. Okay, we don't need to try to purchase land in the moon. All right, Ashish Benny, if you are, if you want to see the moon, you want to look to the sky, right? Upside, right? From the earth. Yes or no? Tell me, Ashish.
Yes.
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 If you want to see the moon, you want to look upside. I mean, to the sky. Then only we are able to see the moon there.
Ah, yes.
Listen, everyone. Okay. So that's what the environmental problem that related with the development. Okay. So in the long term, we know that the ecological crisis for a long period of time, the ecological crisis will adversely affect all of us. Air pollution is already a problem which does not discriminate between the rich and the poor. So air pollution, the problem what we are facing. So everyone, the people those who have money or those who doesn't have money, both want to face the problem of this air pollution, right? Clear or not? So, ever observed, ever visited Delhi? Anyone visited Delhi? I mean, in the months of March, April. Okay, Ashish Benny. What is the speciality in the month? On those months, there basically in the month of March, April, May. Hmm? Total dust will be there. Okay, yeah. Tell me, Ashish.
Full of dust and
uh,
too
Total
hot.
dust. It is impossible to move. Okay, pedestrians cannot walk on the road. That's too problematic there. Okay, so but in the short run, indiscriminate use of resources. Indiscriminate means what? Without any sense we are utilizing the resources tend to adversely affect the underprivileged more sharply. So people, all humanity, they are using the resources indiscriminately. Okay, without any sense or any idea or any calculation, we are using the resources. Okay, but only the rich people or the economically well-off sections, they are enjoying the resources. But the poor people, they are unable to enjoy the result of these resources. Okay, loss of forest affect the poor who use forest resources for a variety of subsistence needs like firewood, medicinal herbs of food, drying up of sorry. Okay, so tribal people, we know that basically forest is considering as their home. Okay, they are depending that much on the forest there. So afforestation, sorry, deforestation leading a problem for these poor tribal people there. Okay, so they cannot use the forest as their home. They are unable to collect medicinal herbs from medicinal herbs or food or firewood from the forest. Bad effect will be there. So drying up of rivers and ponds and falling groundwater level means that women have to walk longer in order to procure water. Okay, if you are observing the sceneries of Rajasthan, we can see that number of women, okay, they are moving with a lot of pots on their head, right? No, no, no. Okay, so in the pictures it is scenic beauty. Okay, beautiful picture it is. But the problem is they have to travel for a long distance for fetching water and holding that for a long period of time. Okay, so trouble. Okay, so that's it. The model of development we pursuing is heavily dependent on the increasing use of energy. So today, the models what we are accepted and what we are following is need. Basically, it is needed. Okay, high use of electricity, energy we want. Most of the energy currently generated in the world is from non-renewable resources like coal or petroleum, thermal power plants. Okay, so coal or petroleum, non-renewable resource, the same sense it is a conventional one, right or not? And producing that much pollution too. Okay, so large tracts of the Amazon rainforest are being deforested in order to provide for increased consumer needs. Large tracts of forest in Amazon belt, that's what deforested, cut down, chopped down by different companies or the government to meet the need of people. Clear or not? So Amazon forest is considering as the lungs of the earth, because that much oxygen those forests are producing, and it's helpful for the entire humanity. But today it is shrinking. The size of the Amazon forest is shrinking. Okay, so are there enough of these non-renewable resources which can allow not only the advanced countries but all people in the world to enjoy an affluent lifestyle, given the finite nature of these resources? Finite, anytime it will complete. The answer would be no. What would be the future generation? So if we are utilizing all these resources today indiscriminately, it will create a problem for the next generation. Okay, so just imagine the coconut what we are using today, the mango what we are eating today, jackfruit what we are eating today is not planted by us, right? Maybe our ancestors. Okay, because of their good deeds, we are enjoying something today. So it is our responsibility to take care of the next generation, the future generations. Clear or not? So if you are starting using all these resources indiscriminately, okay, these resources are finished. One day it will complete, right or not? Yes or, right? Yes or no? Continuously you are using something, means one day it will finish. Okay, so it will create the problem for the next generation. Are we going to hand over a depleted earth and multiple problems to them? So the question is, are we going to create a problem for the earths or not? Okay, so just understand all these things there. Okay, next one, uh, assessing development. Assessing development. So write a question here. What are the three issues related with the development? Development. Or what are the three criticisms of development models? What are the three different criticisms on the development models? First question, what is the financial cost for development models? Financial cost for development models. So on, write this answer. Financial cost for development model. Next question, what is the social cost for development model? What is the social cost for development model? Explain with the help of an example. Explain with the help of an example. Explain with the help of an example. Okay. Next question, what are the environmental cost of the development? Environmental cost of the development. Write in one example. You can write about the global warming, you can write about the air pollution, or you can write about the groundwater depletion, like that. Various things are there. Write in one example. Okay, so we can say that these are the criticisms to find out the drawbacks of developmental models. Okay, so these are the drawbacks. Criticisms are the drawbacks. Okay, so moving forward to a particular person's life study, a case study here. Okay, Ken Saro-Wiwa. Ken Saro-Wiwa. Okay, a famous personality. Clear. So he's the first person who fought for overuse of resources, Okay, so in a country called Nigeria. Okay, so here, just imagine that a hidden treasure is found in your backyard. How will you feel if the treasure is taken away little by authorities in the name of development? So question for you. Okay, one day you started digging for planting some tree, and suddenly you got a huge box of treasure. I mean, gold, silver, huh? Everything is there. Gold coins are there. Precious stones are there. Okay, and you are the owner of that one, right? Yes or no? In India, are you the owner of the treasure? What we are going to find from the, or what we find from the earth? Are we? Not at all, right? The owner is the government, right? Okay, so imagine you find something like that, and the government is taking that from you little by little in the name of development. Are you happy with that? That's a question. Are you happy with that? You got something, and someone taking that from you. I mean, the government taking that from you little by little and saying that it is for the development of the country. Will you agree with that? Will you agree with that? No answers. Never. Okay. Okay, let it. This development is not reflected in your standard of living or even in facilities for the colony you stay in. So, government is taking money from you, but it is not good for you and the area where you are living. Clear? They're not doing anything for you people. Okay. Further, your house as a site for the treasure is constantly vandalized by the people who claim to use the treasure for development. Okay. And every day, government officials will come to your home. Okay. And they will vandalize. They will do what they want to do in your home. Will you happy with that? No. Clear? Okay, guys, we will discuss in the next class. The time up now.